Hey guys, welcome back. Just a few seconds ago, I got on my inbox a new message. I didn't know what it was, so I thought it was Dr. T, the intel from Dr. T, but it was not. Here, like I don't know if you saw from the deck felt, the Boom Beach dev team is working on barbed wire for task force operations. What? What? So we wanted to give you some insight into one of the things that Boom Beach team is working for the next update. Please keep in mind that the following is a work in progress and it may change or be completely canceled. Smokey Zooka dominates. We are always aiming to make high-level gameplay challenging and diverse. An issue we have heard a lot about the community is that certain strategies, such as Smokey Zooka, have become too dominant in a high-level task force operation. And that, in a sense, is true. We're doing choke point, we're doing current call, and we're doing stronghold, depending on the intel that we're doing. And most of the attacks that we're doing are geared towards Smokey Zooka. But that's not the fault of the player. That's because the stages are designed in such a way that there's no other good alternative to take on a base within the allotted amount of time and attacks that you have if you don't use Smokey Zooka. It's unfeasible. Like sometimes you'll get 10, 20, 30 rocket launchers on a single stage. How the hell are you going to take it if you don't use Smokey Zooka to clear those defenses, especially when you're talking about with health of 100 to 150k per defense? I mean, there's no other reasonable way to do them. But let's keep reading. While we like smoke and we like Zookas, we don't want operations to be exclusively about them. Barbed wire will slow and damage units. Oh, geez. Barbed wire. A barbed wire fence will slow down units moving through it while dealing a small amount of damage to them. It cannot be targeted by units and it cannot be destroyed. It will only be present on high-level operation maps and not on player bases. I don't know about that, guys. They said that they were not going to introduce them, and they do. And they say they're going to deal a small amount of damage. But now you're going to read. You're going to see what's up after this. Balancing. We don't want Smokey Zooka to become unusable, but instead make it more challenging and create opportunities for different attack strategies. It will be possible to bring Zookas to barbed wire alive, but it will be costly in terms of gunboat energy. You see, this Smokey Zooka will be more challenging. This is sort of not right because people are asking for operations that are more challenging, not adding more defenses, not boosting the health, just making it more technically difficult. And I guess adding the barbed wire is adding some technical difficulties. But what I see is going to happen is, number one, the barbed wire are going to be placed along lines that minimize the amount of GBE that the player needs to use to get to that spot. Therefore, if the player needs to avoid the barbed wire, you're going to increase the amount of GBE. Therefore, it's going to make it a lot harder. You see, and I can see people talking about, oh, no, the problem, that's exactly what people have been asking, more challenging bases, newer bases. And I think the challenge there, or what people want to, at least what I wanted to see, it's bases that require some technical aspects on how to get to a place, not to make it harder in the sense that you want to increase the GBE use that you need to get to, need to use to get to that position. And I don't know now if I'm making sense, but so let me take a step back. What I don't want to see is barbed wire be placed in order to prevent full-blown out use of Smokey Zooka. Because if the barbed wire could be ripped off by an incoming wave, then you can modify your use. You can add a boat or two of heavies and still use your Zookas, and then after the heavies go through, clear that, then your Zookas are going to be able to do it. or maybe have it so that that once a heavy or a troop goes through the barbed wire, then the barbed wire is already used. That makes sense. That if you keep it in there, being that's not cool. You're just making it more complicated for the sake of being complicated. Um, sorry, my thing just went out. Um, so here, but I love Smokey Zooka. Don't worry, right now we're focusing on the very highest level operation maps. The majority of operations will not be changed, and player bases will stay the same for now. Player bases will stay the same for now. That doesn't sound good. What is Smokey Zooka? We know what Smokey Zooka is, so we don't need to look at it. But guys, that's what's coming up. And I gotta say, it's not looking good. I mean, I would have to see it. I'm not one to complain a lot before something comes out without me knowing what it's all about. But that's a big change. It's a big change that really that's gonna be unpalatable for a lot of players, because even though they were asking for more difficult operations, they were the way they were asking it, I don't think it was this. I don't think it had to do with making pathing more difficult the way they did. And now, putting my tinfoil hat on and starting conspiracy. Now this, what they're doing now or proposing to do now with the Smokey Zookas, and what they're proposing to do with and what they did with the pathing, with the grouping of the Zookas, now it sort of makes sense. I think it was a concerted effort to reduce the use of Smokey Zookas on all stages of operations. So, guys, I just wanted to give you that update because it caught me off guard. So, again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and take care.